and you say, nah. That's a basic greeting here in Ghana, and I'm learning how to speak the language more every day. But I said, I'm gonna start my videos off of that to make it a habit. And one of my dear friends here, I promised him that I would. I know it's a very, very early time in the morning for a lot of my supporters in the States, but this is a very important message I need to share with you guys. And typically when I do these lives, after I do them, I upload them to YouTube, but it takes so long because the Wi-Fi connection is weak sometimes, especially when it's a long video. It's gonna take longer. So it's good that you're on Instagram Live, okay? So I'm gonna do a 30-second video on my YouTube telling people that they need to come to Instagram Live to see the whole thing, so they don't have to wait a day or two. That last video I did, where I had the hat on and stuff, and I was talking about the must-have items for Ghana, it took a day and a half for that video to upload. So I ain't want to take long on this message, but I wanted to share with you guys something a little bit serious, okay? And the other day, and listen, everything happens for a reason, we know that. But this experience showed me what my passion is also. This is something I've been wanting to do. So I got a little sick the other day and I had eaten too many sardines, okay? I be liking sardines. I'm an old black lady, old 80-year-old black lady in my head somewhere. So I'm eating sardines, I ate them. Long story short, I gave myself food poisoning, okay? I felt like I was about to die, child. If you ever have food poisoning, you know how I feel. So don't eat too many sardines. The sardines in the can, the oil, it'll make you sick. Okay, we get it. But as I was dealing with it, I was thinking to myself, I do not want to go to these hospitals here. It's going to be a fool. I don't want to deal with it. And I was talking to the women that assist me here, and they were sharing with me their experiences when they give birth in the hospitals, and it is horrific. The bedside manner, I didn't even want to see what their emergency ambulatory care was like. I didn't want to go. If I don't want to go in the States, I damn sure don't want to go here. And that's no disrespect, but everybody knows it's a stark difference in the medical care and experience in emergency medical setup in America versus Africa, okay? So I ain't want to deal with that. But as I talk to the ladies and stuff that assist me, the birthing stories, the hospital bedside manner is non-existent. When you go in, hurry up, push out. You know, it don't matter what's going on. And you can imagine when you live in villages, it's more of a lack of access to funds or health care and emergency medical services. Girl, I'm bringing these people here to the continent. If you get sick, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So I said to myself, you know what, enough is enough. I don't want to hear any more suffrage. I don't want to hear any more horrible birthing stories. If it's got to be, it's up to me. The quote from Eldridge Cleaver, who was a Black Panther, I saw this quote and it was Spirit that showed it to me. I know it was. But Eldridge Cleaver said, there is no more neutrality in the world. You either have to be a part of the solution or you're going to be a part of the problem. So I'm asking myself, am I going to be a part of this solution? We don't have decent or even adequate emergency medical care out here. What are we gonna do? You come in here, you live in here, that's the big pink elephant in the room to me. That's the last missing piece to making a good lifestyle here in Africa. What do we do? So this is what I'm gonna do. We have more than enough. I ain't asking the UN for shit. We do for self. Just like the Black Panthers did. They didn't beg the government and all this stuff. After a while, they started doing their own breakfast programs. They started feeding their own community. We can't wait for our oppressors and wait for a government that we know is corrupt to do for us. That's either if we're in the States or here, especially here. Can you imagine what it's like? Being in a village, being a woman, being a man, being anybody, especially a child. It doesn't even exist, emergency medical care. You don't even want to see it. So I need your help. I need the people that don't think that they're good at anything. I'm creating a emergency women and children center, and it's going to be good for education, to give resources. If you are a teacher, you've ever been a teacher, we need to teach sanitization. We need to teach the basics of, food prep, not cross-contaminated, using gloves, feminine hygiene, all of those things that you think are basic life skills that this is useful here. I need people. We're going to get a building because I don't have time to get land and build a hospital and all that stuff. The fastest, easiest thing I can do is get this building. I can get a building, that's easy. But the next thing I'm gonna need, because I have people working behind the scenes, thank God for the men in my life and the team of men I have, because they are carrying out certain plans as far as politics and the people on the ground being able to communicate and getting things. But when it comes to the brains of the operation, I'm only one woman. I can't do it alone. If it's gotta be, it's up to me. But I have to ask for your assistance, guys. If you think that you're not moving here and you want to just support or something like that, and you can send items or whatever it is, like if you listen to the Zoom call, all the people that are a member or support us in some way, these are the people that we're going to be asking to help us, the people that's coming on a trip. If you're a nurse or medical professional or somebody that's ever known anything or wanted to help, this is your opportunity to do that. I'm not gonna sit around waiting. I'm gonna be here. This is where I'm gonna be. So if I'm gonna be here, I have to have emergency medical care. So it starts with education. So the first step in the phase of bringing healthcare and better healthcare is most definitely starting with education. So that's what the first phase of the plan is. We can have education, we can have those programs, we can have the resources, the toiletries, the food, all of those things to give to people, having a place where people, women and children can come to get assistance, to come and sit down and watch that video about sanitization, to sit down and watch that video about how to prepare food. You know what I mean?